What's up guys, this is Angus Davidson15 and today I'm going to do a full movie review of the recent 2012 film End of Watch. So this film End of Watch stars two actually really good actors. Firstly, it's the main character in the leading role is Jake Gyllenhaal, and also in the leading or supporting role there is Michael Pena. Now, in the film, they're pretty much equal. They do exactly the same roles, and you don't see one or the other more in the camera. You both see them exactly the same, and I think that's really good because even though for example, if you looked it up on IMDb, you would see he's in a supporting role, and then there's Michael Pena for the supporting role, but they're still exactly the same, and I think that's quite good because I do really like both of the actors equally. So, End of Watch is pretty much about two cops in the center of Los Angeles, and they are street cops. One is called Brian and one is called Mike. So obviously the main character is Brian, who is played by Jake Gyllenhaal, and Mike is played by Michael Pena, and they are cop partners. Now, one time during one of their patrols, they go and get lucky a couple of times, making a huge drug and human trafficking busts. So they stop a lot of gangs and gang members. So a Mexican manager of a gang orders them to death. When I mean the Mexican gang member wants one of them sent to death, I mean he pretty much wants them murdered, as they're police cops and they've pretty much humiliated and taken the mick out of their entire gang, who's meant to be extremely powerful, yet they're just two cops and they've completely defeated their objective. So he pretty much wants them dead. Even though it sounds like a pretty negative or horrible plot, it's actually an incredible film. It's definitely the best police film I've ever seen. I don't think there is a police film out there apart from End of Watch which is better than this film, or the best police film, because it's absolutely amazing. The director David Ayer did an absolute fabulous job with the camera work. He did a lot of work with the small cameras, like action cameras, and also, obviously the huge cinematic cameras, which make it look absolutely brilliant because he pretty much nailed the shots. And obviously when you nail the shots in a film, it looks absolutely brilliant, and that's exactly what End of Watch is pretty much all about, as you're pretty much in the action, you feel like you're there, and that's what I really love about really good action films, especially this film End of Watch. So End of Watch is a fairly recent film, as it was released on the 23rd of November 2012. However, that was only the UK release, so in different countries it might be a little bit later or even earlier. Now, when watching this film, I really did realise how much of a good actor or actors these guys are. They really did do a good job as making them look like a really good team as police officers in America, and that really flowed with the film. Obviously Jake Gyllenhaal is a great actor, but also Michael Pena, and I just thought they're absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love their performance. Nearly every minute of the film was interesting and entertaining. I wasn't bored for 1 minute, and I really hate that in some films where they have boring scenes, as it lowers the overall expectation and overall score of what you would probably think of the film mentally. And this was just perfect in the way they kept you entertained every minute of the film. Now, if you're a police or cop fan, or even a sci-fi fan or action fan, this is probably the perfect film to watch. It was absolutely awesome. Now, I could say so much for this, but it could go on, and I really did enjoy the way that they put this film together, especially the director. He really did do a good job on this, as I said. Also in the film, even though they do concentrate on a lot of the action, they also concentrate on their backgrounds and their family life, and that's sort of quite a nice touch to the film, because I quite like to know their story behind how they've lived and stuff like that. And you meet both of their wives, and also during the film, this is not, I wasn't really say a spoiler, but one of the characters has a kid, which was Michael Pena, who played Mike, and you obviously see her, and that's during the film. So I thought it was quite nice touch, because it's not just based on complete action, it's also based on a good storyline, and I really liked that. So this film overall was absolutely awesome. Really good story, simple, completely believable, really good action, really good camera work, great directing. So for that reason, I'm going to give an 8 out of 10. So that is just my opinion of what I thought of End of Watch. Really nice action, as I said, great acting, just absolute awesomeness. So if you did enjoy this review, make sure you click the like button, and also if you have seen this film, please comment below what you thought of it, and thanks for watching.